for something now, and
Is it right? Okay.
yeah, it hasn't been that long. I think I just did the uptime or whatever the command is in your stream and H's stream. Yeah, it's been like a month and 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Facts, mate. Unity Gaming is an incredible person. Like, I was in his stream last night.
oh yeah,
I'm
that's my
so
boy.
glad to have met him. And obviously, Manny Haribo's my brother. Love him too.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
supposed to I did some Halo with Unity yesterday. Got some good
oh,
matches in, and then H was supposed to do a podcast with me, and then he no showed on me. He was busy with Discord calls or something. So
yeah.
he's a
That's
busy boy.
typical Harrison. Yeah, he's a busy lad. He's a busy lad.
Yeah, he messaged me in the morning and let me know what happened and everything. But we're having him back on soon too. I think like this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah, I think one thing me and Haribo need to work on is our organisation skills. You know, that's something that's a department we've always lacked in, and I think we inherited that off our mother because she's the same. She's like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. An hour later, she
Oh yeah,
turns up. You know.
there's a surefire way we can prove this right now. This is a anime and gaming podcast, Fungusai. Every now and then I
Oh
do
wow.
Vet Tales episodes, but normally this is just a video games anime podcast. Every now and then I'll do special stuff since Isabel's been sick. I've been having just friends and stuff on. But
Oh, nice, bro. Nice. Well, like I say, I'm gonna say it again. It's an honor to be here, mate.
oh,
And I'm
dude,
glad to be sharing my story with you today. You know.
yeah, I'm happy to have you here. But we're gonna test your theory that you just said right there real quick. Forgot where I was going for a second, but yeah. So how far are you on Demon Slayer right now?
One episode in,
One
I'll
at
probably
the you mean just the one we watched?
the one we watched, mate. Yeah, like my life's been so hectic with me doing this 1 year stream. Honestly, I can't tell you. I don't have time to
you
think
gotta
anymore. It's
you gotta
crazy.
put you gotta put the Apex down for an hour and binge some episodes.
Yes, yeah, I
H
need to. I need to.
H has been the same way, bro. He's I think he got to episode 6 and he's been on episode 6 for like 3 weeks now.
That's it. I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. I think that it's something. If I had time, I would have watched it all. You know, but
Yeah,
time is of the essence to me. You know, so
I feel you. I
that's
had to
why I
fuck
haven't
with
got
you a
round
little
to it.
bit. H
Yeah.
isn't getting off easy either. I'm asking him the same thing next time. Um,
Yeah. Well, maybe after this podcast, we could probably watch maybe one episode.
I'm down. I'm
I
just
heard
chilling tonight, so I'm just chilling the rest of the night after this.
nice. Well, looks like we're watching some Demon Slayer after this. Then
Hell yeah. So you want to give us a rundown, starting even with the most basic thing? What's your name?
my real name or my Twitch name
Well,
or my YouTube
your
name.
Twitch
I've got
name
two
is
different names.
Fungusai, and your YouTube
Yeah.
name is Fungusai, or at least
Well,
the
when I
channel
my,
name.
yeah, when I first started YouTube, my channel name was Mank Abroad, and the reason it being that name was that I'm from Manchester in England.
Yeah,
So there's a show in England called Idiot Abroad,
yeah,
and so I decided to sort of make my channel, the name based off that Mank Abroad. So that's how I started, but the name's changed now. Which
yeah.
later on down, I'll explain later on why. You know,
So what? I'm pretty sure the real name is Zach, right?
the real name is Zach. Yeah,
Okay.
Zachary to be exact, but I don't like to be called Zachary. Zachary's on my birth certificate.
Yeah. I just figured from your Xbox, your gamer tag. I saw it
Yeah,
on there. That was I knew you as Fungusai until we went to play Halo or Apex or something together. I saw
yeah.
Zach. I was like, who the fuck is Zach? So yeah. So
Yeah,
you what did you start? Did you start YouTube or Twitch first?
yeah. I started YouTube first, but like I want to go a bit further back.
You
Before I
want you
even
want to go
started
the
YouTube.
whole way back to the yeah? Because I did want to get your side on. We heard H's side on his upbringing and everything. I know he came or he you came in a little later, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I
Okay,
just
because
want to
you
start a little bit back to tell you how I've become like, because obviously I wanted to be a creator on YouTube. Now there's a reason why I wanted to be a creator, and that's what I want to go back to the reason why before You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we're gonna go the whole way back. I just was curious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna start just like H's podcast. If you listen to H's podcast, we're gonna kind of do the same thing. Not as in depth as H's, because you know how he likes to run with his stories.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, so you came in the picture later. We already got H's side from beforehand, but he said that you grew up pretty wealthy. You guys had like a lot of awesome cars and stuff around.
Yeah, like my dad, he was well, he first started selling socks on the market. He come from a poor family. He started selling socks on the market. Then he moved on to cars. Then he went into property. He became a multimillionaire. Like he was worth a couple of £1 million about 30 years ago.
Yeah,
So in today's money, that could be maybe 6, 7 million.
yeah,
So we was brought up quite in a wealthy but we never went to private school or anything like that. We went to normal schools, you know.
yeah.
But we were wealthy when we were younger. Yeah.
So how did you
Uh,
like when like how do you think that affected you at all while you were growing up? Like, did you?
Not when I was younger, because you're not aware, are you, when you're the
Yeah,
age of, 'cause, like up until 4 years old, my mum and dad were together, and when my dad split up with my mum, we didn't see our dad that much because of what went on with the court case, and which I probably want to steer clear of that. They basically broke up, you know.
yeah,
And so then I didn't have my dad around for quite some time. So the first 4 years of my life, we were quite wealthy. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So then after that, because I come from a split household as well. My dad left when I was like 6 years old. Like he just
yeah.
dipped. And I didn't see him again till I was like way 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 later on, like 18 ish, 19 ish, something like that. But
Mm.
so like did you because like for me personally, I didn't really care that much. I didn't really think it affected me that much, not having a father, you know what I mean? Like there's certain aspects where like obviously like working on cars and fucking mowing the lawn and shit like that like would have been nice to not have to figure that shit out on my own, but
Yeah,
I feel like it didn't really affect me not having one, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the way it didn't affect it affected me. Well, it actually affected me quite a lot. To the point where I do, bad things, so I could, leave my mum's house and be with my dad. You know.
Yeah,
So I longed for my to be around my dad up until the age of 14. Like, and I started doing things like I'm not going to explain what, but like bad things to get kicked out of the house to be with my dad.
yeah,
I loved him. It was my role model growing up as a child, you know.
yeah,
And I just wanted to be with him, and I just couldn't because my dad didn't sort of he couldn't have me because he was a big businessman. He was when he had me, he was 41 years older than me. So when I was born, he'd already had two children, which are 20 years older than me. So he'd already been a father, and he sort of wanted to steer clear of that a little bit, you know.
yeah,
So that's just the way my dad was. He was a worker. He just went out grafted. He was money motivated, and so I didn't really get much chance to see him. So I did whatever it took to be with him, if that makes sense.
yeah, makes sense.
And so I got up to the age of like 14, and I'm like, right, I want to be with my dad. I only see him once every 2 weeks on a Sunday. I want to be with him, so I'll do what. And I didn't like my stepfather. He used to do some bad things, like mind, emotional stress to us, and he was a lot older than us, and he knew what he was doing, and he favoritized me and my brother, so he'd only be friends with one of us, and then he'd hate the other one. And then when the one he's friends with did something wrong, then he'd switch to the other one and be friends with that one and hate the other one, if that makes sense. So
Yeah,
he favoritized us to the point where me and Harrison were rivals against each other. We were fighting, and so then I got angry with him. So not only did I want to be with my father, but I didn't want to be around my stepdad. You
yeah, I
know,
know what you
so
mean.
it was double-ended. So, well, it was a double. There was a couple of reasons why I wanted to do it. So then I decided to do bad things and not to get what I wanted at the end of the day. And so come the 40, when I was 14, my stepdad got a bit heavy-handed with me, so I decided to smash his car up.
Yeah.
He decided to destroy his car.
Damn.
To
What kind of car was it?
It was a Saab 9.3 convertible, a navy blue one,
Oh, okay.
and I
Still look
jumped
kind
all
of
over it.
nice too.
At the time, it was. If you look at it now, it's a banger, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah. At the time.
At the time, it was a banger, bro. But
Would you use a
so
bat?
what's that?
Would you use
I
a
used
bat?
I jumped all over it, the roof, the bonnet. I smashed the windows. I really did a number on it, and
Damn.
all the bad things they did to me. And I was laughing while I was doing it. I'm not like this now, but at the time I was laughing. I was like, he come outside, and he's running like, "What are you doing?" I went, "It's like a trampoline. Look,
Yeah.
jumping on the bonnet." And he looked at me with this most angriest look, and I knew he was going to kick my head in. And I ran off down this alleyway, and he'd followed me. And obviously, he's a lot faster than me.
Yeah.
As I'm running off, he'd sort of like grabbed my head and like moved it towards the garage door, and my head smashed into a door. And yeah, I blacked out a little bit, and then woke up, seconds later. And then I got what I wanted. And what happened was my mum rung my dad, and she went, "We can't have him here anymore. He's too much to handle. We're going to put him in care if you don't come and get him." So at first he said, "No, I'm not. I can't do it. I'm 40." So he must have been about 55 years old or something at the time. I can't remember. I'm just taking a guess, but approximately
Yeah.
he's about 55 years old at 14. Yeah. So he's already done it. He's nearly a pensioner at that time. So I can't do it. You know. So it took a couple of hours, and then eventually it's like, right, bring him to me. Do you know what I mean? So no, my dad picked me up.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting what I wanted, and but then my dad picked me up, and then he paid someone to look after me. So I didn't move into my dad's. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
So it
you
was
so
like,
you didn't even move in there?
no, he paid a guy called Winston to look after me, and I lasted 3 months there, and then I caused shit there as well.
And then
And eventually,
where'd you go for? Yeah, where'd you go from there? Then.
and from there, I went to my grandma's house, his mother's house, where he sometimes stayed. So half the time I was with him, half the time I wasn't. So I was getting closer to being with my father, what I've wanted my whole life.
Yeah.
So he threw money at me my whole life, from the age of 14 up until 21 when he died, and he fixed all my problems. I got hooked on, not for long, I got hooked on cocaine. I was smoking weed. I was drinking, um, getting in debt with dealers, and he was paying it off, fixing my problems for me.
Getting in debt with
And
dealers.
yeah, I was getting
Like,
in debt with dealers. Yeah,
so
yeah.
what kind of
At the, at
like
the age of 16, 17,
it was like what, like
cocaine
a
dealers,
back door? Oh, okay, I was thinking dealers like
weed dealers,
all
weed
right, all right. I
dealers.
was thinking dealers like you were doing like gambling too, like fucking backstreet gambling.
I've never been one for gambling, Summit.
Yeah, I've only ever gambled one time. Just last year we went to Atlantic City for the first time, and I gambled like $200 or something like that, and just broke even. And then I just got a bunch of free liquor.
Yeah. No, it's not been one for me because I never seen it. I never got anything out of gambling. I tried it a few times. I thought, nah, it's not for me. I'd rather smoke some weed and get something out of it. Get a feeling out of it.
Yeah,
But then again, gambling is like when you gamble, it feels like you're on cocaine because it's like a rush, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I mean, you could just I kind of look at it as like a fun date alternative. You know what I mean? Like, cause I don't have like that addictive personality, so I'm cool to just go take like $50 there and just treat it like a date. Like me and Isabel go both spend $25 on the roulette, cause that was what I like to do with roulette.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't think that would be
yeah.
that'd be
Cause I don't really know how to play cards that well outside of just regular blackjack. So that was my yeah, just having to pick a black or red, place a $3 bet, and just get free drinks nonstop. That was
Oh
my
yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah. We used to do that. My friends would gamble in a casino. I'd go with them and we get free sandwiches, free drinks, and
Yeah, see,
all that jazz.
I didn't know how it worked, but like Atlantic City, it was just like a touch screen that you just placed your drink screen order right on the touch screen,
Whoa.
and then they just brought it like literally a waitress would just come over with your drink. You tip her a dollar or
Oh.
two, and all the drinks were free.
Well, we had to like pull like a waiter aside and go, we want this drink, and blag it. But yeah, we did some of that. And in England in the casinos, they give you food as well.
Oh yeah, we didn't get any food. There was places to eat inside the casino, but they weren't bringing food over to me.
Mm.
But yeah, that was my
So
first casino experience. It was pretty fun.
yeah, yeah, sounds it to me. Sounds it. So going back, so yeah, basically, it was just resolving any issues I had, any mistakes I made. He fixed them, so I never learned from my mistakes.
Yeah,
So it got up until the age of, I think I was 2 weeks before my 21st birthday. No, sorry, he died on January the 5th, which is Harry Bow's birthday.
yeah.
But he's not my brother's father, but he acted like my brother's father.
Yeah, that was what Age told me too. Was that he pretty much
Yeah,
treated him like it was his father.
yeah. So he died on my brother's birthday, and exactly a month and 2 days later was my 21st birthday. So
Damn, that's a
when he died,
rough time
yeah,
to have all that happen
yeah.
at once.
Mm, I don't need to go into the reasons why he died. Or do you want me to?
Yeah,
Do you want to
I'm
know?
if
I,
if you're comfortable with it and you want to tell me,
yeah,
you
I'm
can.
comfortable. I'm quite numb to it now. I can talk about it, and it doesn't, because it was over 11 years ago. I know how to deal with
Oh,
it
okay.
now.
That
So
yeah, that was a
So
bop
basically,
ago.
he was a weightlifter his whole life. He never drunk, never smoked, nothing. And he developed a bad back. He slit his discs in his back through training. And so he took ibuprofen. And he took it religiously for 3, 4 years, necking them like sweets to get rid of the pain. And he destroyed his kidneys to the point where they were working like 45%.
Damn.
And that brought his blood pressure up through the roof.
Yeah.
And yeah, he had a couple of pains sometimes, not a heart attack. We had pains in his heart when he was on holiday in Blackpool, and didn't think nothing of it. And then he had one heart attack. He rung the ambulance while he was having the heart attack. Oh no, actually, I'll go back. Actually, I'll tell you an interesting story. So just before he died, I used to claim benefits from the government,
Mhm.
and he used to give me a check every month to pay towards the rent, and I was supposed to give it my dad. So I ran away over Christmas to Manny Haribo's house.
Yeah. Which isn't that
I
far,
ran
right?
Yeah, well, it was living in near South Manchester at the time. I was not living in North Manchester, which is about maybe 10 miles, 10, 15,
Oh,
15
okay.
kilometers away. And so I ran away with the money, and I didn't speak to my dad. I ignored him. And then eventually on the 4th of January, my dad rang Harrison and went, I don't care if that spent the money. I just want to know he's okay. So Manny Haribo turned around to me and said, Zach, you need to go home. You need to ring your dad. He's not bothered. He just wants to know you're okay. That day, I get home at 5 p.m. and I message him, and I didn't even have a phone because I sold it. Like, that's how bad my life was.
Damn.
It
Yeah.
was terrible. So I sold my phone. So I went on a text messaging website, a free text messaging website called CBFS Text. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I haven't.
And I messaged him and said, Dad, I'm home now. I love you. I'm sorry. And he went, I love you too. And I went, Dad, can I get a tenner from your friend tomorrow who lived local to me, and you pay him back? I need some money. So he said, Yeah, I'll give it. Yeah, no problem. Go and get it. I love you. 5 hours later, he rings an ambulance. The ambulance say he's having a heart attack. Well, he had chest pains, and the ambulance said, Get up, open the door so the ambulance can get in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he, the ambulance got there, and he was lying at the door on the floor, dead, basically.
Yeah.
He just got to the door. I don't know if him standing up would. I don't know if him standing up, if he stayed sat down, would he have had the heart attack, or him standing up might have caused it to be even worse. But it was inevitable; it was going to happen anyway, sooner or later.
Yeah, that's
So
super
I get the fuck.
unfortunate, bro.
Mm.
I hate that, like,
So
when someone can be so healthy their whole life and still, like, get fucked
yeah,
by something like that.
yeah. The gym killed him in the end. If you really want to look at it in the long run, his love for the gym
Yeah.
it screwed his back up, and then he took medication that destroyed his kidneys, and yeah, so you got to be careful with ibuprofen, guys. Don't take it in excessive
Yeah, you
volume.
gotta
You
be
need,
careful with all medicine. Dude, even
yeah,
ibuprofen, I only take if I'm having like a massive migraine. Like, I don't take any like headache meds, Tylenol, nothing like that. Like, I have to be pretty fucked up
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just
So
because of stuff like that.
yeah, so the next day after he died, it was 5 a.m. in the morning. Now my brother, my older brother, I don't speak to him anymore, and I'll tell you why later on. But he had the keys to my apartment. He'd never been in for a full year while I was living there. 5 o'clock in the morning, I heard the door open. This is the next day after he died. I heard the door open, and someone starts walking up the stairs, and it's my brother, and he says, "Hi, Zach," in a funny tone. And I knew my dad had died, you know, when he told me,
Yeah,
when he's walking up the stairs, said, "Hi, Zach." My brain worked out. I was like, "Why is he? He's he's principalistic. He would not walk into my house at that time." So I was like, "My dad's died. Shit." And then he walks up the stairs, come into the room. He told me my dad had died, and I sat there and I tried to cry and I could not cry. I was forcing myself to cry,
yeah,
but I was in shock. I was in shock, so I couldn't. That emotion hadn't hit me yet. So I got up and brushed my teeth. Halfway through brushing my teeth, my brother starts breaking down to cry, and that's when it hit me. About a few minutes after, and yeah, it was a very tough time. That
yeah. I feel you, bro. I went through this super similar situation with my grandmother when she died. That was like the closest family member to me. Yeah, I'm not very close with my mom or my father. Well, my father not at all, but my mom not that much. But
yeah.
yeah, it just sucks when that shit happens, dude. But you have an older brother that isn't H?
Yes, I have an older brother. He must be he's 21 years older than me.
Is it a step brother?
He's a half brother. He's not related to Harrison.
Oh, okay.
Um, he has a different mother to me. I have a sister as well, and them two are full brothers and sister. They two have a different mother to me now. Harrison has a different father, so he's completely not related to them. You
Okay.
know.
Yeah. I was wondering, yeah, because that
Um,
was it. When I asked H about his family, he only told me about you as his brother, so I wasn't sure if when you said you guys don't really get along with him, if he just really doesn't get along with them.
Sorry, repeat that question. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I wasn't sure if like he had purposely left him out because you said that you aren't on speaking terms with him right now.
No, no, I'm not on speaking terms with him. No, and I'll probably never speak to him again.
I mean, I do you mind going into detail about it or?
Yeah, I can go into detail. When my dad died, obviously he wasn't as wealthy as he was when we was younger because he didn't move with the times. When he was in property, he didn't move onto the internet
Yeah.
and start promoting the sales of his properties or the rent. So he did it old fashioned. He still had an old Nokia phone when the color phones were about. He was very old fashioned. So he started to lose money. Um, Now, when he died, he left us like 1.2 million pounds worth of properties.
Yeah.
Uh, he had like 450,000 pounds worth of debt on a Virgin One account. He had 50 grand's worth of debt on another credit card. The 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 tax took over 200,000 pounds off us. The rest was split between the three of us. So we had about 100,000 pounds each when he died. But it did take two years to get to close, to sell the
Yeah. Close
properties.
everything out.
So out of the 1.2 million that was supposed to be shared between the three, we ended up getting about £100,000. I think it turned out to be about £110,000. Now the reason I don't speak to my brother and sister anymore is because they didn't let me. They said to me, "They're fully Jewish now. I'm half Jewish, and when your mother isn't Jewish in a Jewish law, you don't get treated the same." And
Yeah.
it's very like this is one of the reasons I don't speak to. So they said I couldn't see going to first. Well, actually, let's not talk about the money. Let's talk about the shiva now. When someone dies in Jewish law, you have to sit shiva for 7 days. Every day you go to the house of the daughter or the son, and you say a prayer, and you sit down on a low chair if you're Jewish
Yeah.
to mourn your father. So it's about 6 foot off the ground. The chair. That's how low it is. When we went to the house, there was only 2 chairs. There wasn't one for me and Harrison. So I couldn't send off I couldn't mourn for my dad
Yeah.
in the way I should have been able to, you know.
Yeah.
Then after that, I kicked off. I got really upset about it. I even went to the funeral. Well, obviously I went to the funeral, but when I went to the funeral, the the Jewish people usually when someone dies close to you, they'll come up to you, they'll shake your hand and say, "I wish you a long life." And there was people in the funeral that knew me and Harrison weren't Jewish. So they were walking past us, and they were shaking hands with my brother and sister and wishing them long life. Now, not all of them did it. Some of them actually shook our hand too.
Yeah. But
But
still.
anyway, we got yeah, it's a bit rough. It is a bit rough. So anyway, a couple of months down the line after that happened, my dad had a boxing event put on for him by a friend. Now they brought Ricky Hatton down, a famous boxer. Like it was a boxing event in a ballroom in a like a posh hotel in Manchester, and they wrote a program, like like a book, what you get to when you go
Yeah.
to events. You have a book, and it has a paragraph of the person who's deceased, and then it has what's going to happen in the event after that. So I'm reading this paragraph, and I'm like, oh, Sugoi was such an amazing man, and he loved his children, all these kind words. And I was like, oh, that's so beautiful that they'd say that about my dad.
Yeah.
And then I go to the bottom, I'm reading it, and I didn't see the bottom until the very end. And it said, love from Justin and Tracy, which are my brother and sister. So this isn't a Jewish event. This was my dad's friends putting an event on for him,
Yeah. The boxing
and
event.
they couldn't even include us on that. They didn't even include us on that. Love from Justin and Tracy.
Ridiculous.
When I read, yeah. So when I read it, I walked out of the ballroom. I stormed out the ballroom. I made it perfectly obvious that I was pissed off to everybody in that ballroom, and I ran out the door, and I just burst out into tears.
Yeah.
My brother comes out, the one who didn't include us on everything, the older brother. He said, "I'm sorry, Zach. I'm so sorry. They didn't put you on there. The person who wrote it didn't put you on there. He blamed them." And then I went, "Well, that's funny because I wasn't treated fairly in my dad's the morning of my father, and now you're not even included. It's just a bit fishy, Justin. I'm well pissed off." He
Yeah.
managed to calm me down. He calmed me down. I went back in. We went on with the event. It was amazing. I got a little bit drunk after that to deal with it. So
Don't
then,
blame
anyway,
you.
moving on, we're going on to the money now. And just before the money came to us, I'm back, Ro, thank you. Just before the money come to us, I got very no, I got approached by my brother Justin again. He says, "You do realise because we've been in your dad's life longer, we're entitled to more money than you are."
Yeah.
And
That's fucked up.
I sat there and I thought, this is a Jewish thing again. I'm not like anything against Jews. I'm half Jewish myself, but I said, this is ridiculous. I agreed to it because I didn't know how to respond. So I'm like, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
how
didn't
do you
know how
even
to
argue that? Like, I mean, that's such like a
yeah,
petty thing to even say in the first place.
exactly. So I just I agree. I sort of just went yeah, and then I come back a couple of days later when I thought things through. I'm like, no, this is a legal thing. This can't get in the way. The solicitor forced them for it to go 3 ways.
Yeah.
So they said basically the house. So basically, they tried to because the solicitor forced it going 3 ways. They tried to schmuckle money any way they could. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't get. They wanted a bigger portion.
Yeah.
they didn't let me in my dad's house for a year and a half, 2 years until it was settled. They said your dad doesn't want to be in, and I was naive. I was 20. I was like, okay, I trust you. I did trust them with the money. I really did.
Yeah.
And I went to my brother's house a couple of months um, after he told me that I wasn't getting as much as them, and he's got a massive TV in his house, 60-inch TV at the time. This is 12 years ago. It was like the top of the range telly, and I'm thinking, hey, that's nice telly. Where'd you get? That's nice telly, Justin.
Yeah.
And he didn't comment on it, and he was very quiet. Fast forward to the end where we're getting the money now, and I'm going into my dad's house, and I walked into his house, and everything's it's bare. There's nothing in there. Few ornaments. I'm thinking my dad had watches worth 10 grand. He used to, when he was selling property, he used to swap like rings in exchange. If someone at a house was £100,000, they only had 90,000. He'd take a ring off them that was worth 10
Yeah.
in exchange to do the deal. So I knew he had. He always had something there that
I
wasn't
love that
right.
barter shit, dude.
Yeah, he was a wheeler and dealer. He was a Del Boy Trotter sort of guy. He was very smart at doing it. So I'm like, I go into the house and there's a bracket on the TV, and I'm quite smart with this stuff, and I'm looking at this bracket. And I'm thinking that's the same size that could hold that TV in Justin's house. Later, I found out it was he took the TV a year before it was settled. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, what else has he took?
Yeah,
What else
exactly.
has he took? So I basically I started to think. I'm like, my dad had watches, rings. Where are they? So I kicked off again. Like Justin, there was gold there. My dad had a gold watch worth 10 grand. Where's that?
Yeah.
And he went, "Oh, your dad's friend had to claim that back. He was borrowing it off him."
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like, right, okay. I said,
Some
I
fucking
know,
bullshit.
that's not. Yeah. I said, I know that's not the only ring I watch. There's more. I look. I was with my dad. He was with me all the time. I seen him on his fingers.
Yeah.
Watches, different watches every day. When I pushed him to a limit where he went into his bedroom, and he must have looked at everything that he had taken, and he found the cheapest looking watch, and it looked stainless steel.
Yeah.
And here it showed me on the tax form, and it said stainless steel watch, Piaget. Now, when I got the watch, I took it home and I researched it. It was like a 20-year-old watch, and it was white gold, 18 karat solid white gold, and it was worth over like £10,000.
Damn.
You know, I sort of got something back, but I know there was a lot more that they took. So they'd emptied his house. He had Muhammad Ali signed memorabilia, all sorts. Didn't have that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was
So they,
just that just vanished somewhere.
yeah, so that is the reason I don't speak to my brother and sister anymore, and I love my dad to bits, and I'll never speak to them again because of that, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
for sure, dude.
so you,
I don't blame you at all for fucking. I'm the same way. I have a younger sister, and I don't speak to her at all, and I probably will never
yeah,
speak to her again. But it's like I the whole time I grew up, like I was always the people that caused me the most problems and the most damage in my life was always my family. Like, so
yeah,
I never was a part of the like, oh, they're family, you're supposed to do anything for them, blah blah blah. Like, my family single handedly ruined my fucking life. So
yes. I can honestly say that. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I understand how it feels, and that's the worst when
yeah.
someone you love does that to you.
Well, yeah, dude. Like this is So me and Isabel moved into our place together about like 6 months
Yeah,
ago, and this has been like the happiest, healthiest 6 months of my fucking entire lifetime. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
it's been like we have not had any contact with our family really. Like, I think in the past 6 months I've seen my mom maybe 1 or 2 times pick up mail, and other than
yeah,
that, like I haven't seen anybody. No cousins, nothing. Just my friends and my girl, and that's it.
yeah, yeah. I see that. I get you. Well, I'm happy you're happy, bro.
Well, yeah,
I'm happy too. I've moved past that now.
some you just gotta cut toxic people out of your life and not fucking
You
worry
have
about
to.
it for sure.
You have to. Yeah. If you want a happy life, you have to. It's So going back to the reason why I'm telling you this story is that my dad was protecting. My dad was covering up all my mistakes with money, paying dealers off for doing this. Any mistake I made, even when he died and I got his money, he was helping me beyond the grave. So I got that £1,000, £110,000, and I bought a flat with it. By the time I got the money, I'd already spent 40 grand because I had 10 grand here, 10 grand there. Keep me going for the couple of years, 2.5 years till I got the money. So by the time I got it, I had about £60,000 left. So I
Yeah.
bought an apartment for £55,000. And then I had a relationship with a woman, moved in, she broke up with me, I was still in love with her, my heart was broken. So I sold my flat and went travelling, and tried to make myself happy with the money and spent it all. Spent all the money. Um, when I spent all the money, I should have felt guilt, shame, but I wiped my head and I was like, phew, now anything I do in my life is me.
Yeah.
No one can say your dad give you this. My dad can't cover up my mistakes. So by the time I'd spent it all, it was like I should
Well,
have about 25. I'm 32 now.
what
Then
was like
realized
the biggest bullshit thing you like, the biggest waste of money?
the biggest waste of money. I'd say traveling and smoking weed, and like I spent a lot of money on weed and buying cars to sell, and I did well at first, and then I bought a car to sell, and then I ended up blowing the engine on it, and I lost a lot of money. That just here and there, living
Yeah.
cost. It's expensive to live as well.
Oh yeah, for
sixty
sure.
thousand pounds, yeah, £60,000 can't doesn't go very far.
Yeah.
It might sound like a lot of money. You can do a lot with it and make more money, but I wasn't in that mindset. I
Well,
was
dude,
in
that yeah, that's how it is here too. Is like we even if you're looking at a piece of shit crack house, it's $90,000 still at least, bare minimum $90,000. So it's like our housing market here is so fucked up right now. Like a 2-3 bedroom house is like $180,000. It's ridiculous.
yeah. So like basically I started learning the lessons I should have been learning when I was 16 at the age of 26
Yep.
because of all my mistakes were covered up. So I didn't emotionally grow and I'm 32 now. So we're talking 4 to 6 years. In the last 6 years, I've become independent and become a man, and self-sufficient.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
literally the same exact way. Like, I haven't even like because of when I grew up, I was like under super strict watch. I didn't get to do anything. I didn't get to even see my own paychecks. Like they went into an account that my mom controlled the whole way up till I was got home from the military. So I was like 19, and
yeah, yeah,
so like when I got that free reign of money, you know what I mean, I started controlling my bank account and stuff. I fucking wasted money left and right, just buying dumb shit, car parts, upgrading my car, and fucking going out to eat all the time, just doing
yeah,
dumb shit with it. And it's like, and it was because I had like no one ever taught me about like saving or about bill management or fucking taxes or anything like that. So it was like I had to learn all that shit my own in my 20s, you know what I mean? And like even emotionally like matured wise, I wasn't emotionally matured at all until I was with Isabel. Like in the past like 3 years, I've emotionally matured like a fucking, well, not even 3 years, probably like 2 years, like an insane amount. So,
mm.
but like I said, like the past 6 months has been like this is the first time we've been like completely 100% independent.
I'm over the moon for you, mate, because independence is such a great gift.
Yeah.
A good feeling to be, know that you can look after yourself. And if you're not independent, it's anxiety and, you're worrying all the time. What could happen? Am I going to be homeless? Which I was for 3 days. I was homeless.
I was homeless for about like 6 to 8 months when I was 18. So yeah,
Mm.
I definitely know like the stresses of it is fucking ridiculous. But it's like even just now, like I mean, it's our apartment, our rent alone is almost $1,600 a month for
Wow.
a 2 bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? It's so expensive. Like everyone keeps raising the prices over here, but no one's paying more money over here to work. None of
Yeah,
these
yeah, I see
companies.
that. Same's happening over here. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So then,
So,
after I wanted to ask you about. You said you had a problem with Coke. Like, how did that get resolved?
because it didn't make me feel good. Like
Yeah,
I didn't like to feel like I'm stood on the edge of a cliff looking down because I don't like heights, and that's how cocaine made me feel.
yeah.
I didn't like the feeling. So obviously get really addicted to it if you enjoy it. Like I didn't enjoy it. It was sort of habit, and didn't go on for long.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
have like a couple of months binges and then stop, and then come across someone 6 months later and then start again. Like I didn't really enjoy it. I just couldn't say no to free. When someone offers it, it's free.
Yeah,
So that's what it was, and that's what stopped me because I didn't actually enjoy doing it. And yeah,
yeah. That's
so that
insane. Like
yeah,
I have a friend who does it active. He's done right now, but I've seen like what it can do when you really like get addicted to it, and it's pretty wild.
it can change. It changes the brain chemistry, and it changes who you are as a person. It makes you very have a short fuse, get very angry easily,
Yeah,
out not in control of your actions sometimes.
yeah.
Regret it.
With him, it made him like super quiet too. It was like he would just like get like he would do it and then just like get super quiet and not talk to anybody and just like chill by
Yeah,
himself in the corner and like fucking.
yeah,
It's like whenever he smoked like bud, he was just normal. You know what I mean? Like that never affected him in any sort of way like that. I never
yeah,
personally did. I only fucked around with mushrooms and weed. So.
yeah. So sorry, I got a sound alert coming through. I do apologise.
Oh, you're good, bro.
I forgot to include your whole voice
We're,
into this podcast. I'll be able to hear you, so I've actually just put your voice in now on my stream.
oh, okay. See
So
the
anyway,
big brain users, they're over here in my stream as well. They got us both pulled up, where
oh
you
bloody
can hear
hell,
both of us here.
I'm such a bot, mate. I've actually just changed the voice now, but it's on Spotify if you want to hear it after.
Yeah, the first 45 minutes of it will be on a Spotify
It's
later tonight.
So that's what led to me. Basically, when I spent all my dad's money, I ended up having to go and live with a friend in Blackpool who gave me work, and then we had problems. I moved out from him. I got my own apartment there, and then I moved into a friend's house there, and he turned out to be a bad person, and he
Yeah,
kicked me. He kicked me around the head. He flying kicked me around the head,
a flying
and
kick inside.
yeah, in the house, basically the night before he did that, I was lying down on the couch. Someone drew a green pen on my face. So it was under his chair the next day. Now he was like Sheldon Cooper, who would not let anyone sit on his chair. He's like, "That's my chair, get up."
Yeah,
And this pen was lodged underneath his chair. So I found that pen and I'm like, "Did you do this to me?" And he was a lad from Stoke, not far from me, and he was a very angry person. And I thought he'd never do anything to me, you know what I mean? And he couldn't control his emotions, and he got upset that I blamed him for something he didn't do. So I didn't actually see the flying kick coming. I woke up unconscious off the couch and like, what's happened? You know?
he just
And
did a
his
whole
girlfriend was
fucking
crying next
Naruto
door.
flying. Was it a
Proper
spin
flying
kick
kick.
too?
It was a roundhouse kick to the face. Yeah,
Damn, bro.
yeah.
You
And
fucking
she,
sign him up for the UFC. Who the fuck was that guy?
mate, I don't know if he's alive now, to be honest with you, because he disappeared and no one's ever heard of him.
He fucking tried to roundhouse kick the wrong fucking person.
Yeah. So I left that morning. I was working as a minion. You know what minions are? So I'm working in an amusement park on the promenade, not in the amusement park, but just outside, and I was working for myself. I was taking photos for £1 a photo. So I left and I took all my stuff and I put it in the minion and I got a hotel room. And the next day, um, I was working on the prom and I just couldn't get enough money to keep these hotels going. So that's how I ended up homeless for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to tell my mom, I didn't want to tell my brother. I was too proud, so I slept on the streets. It was windy. It was the winter in Blackpool. It was really bad. But the homeless sort of took me in at the back of a police station and gave me blankets to lay on and everything. I said to myself then, after the third day, I was still working as a minion, and I managed to get money. I managed to sort it. I managed to get back into the hotels, and I said to myself, I'm going to change my. Sorry, someone's put something in the chat. I'm going to change my life around, and I'm going to make sure that I'm never homeless again. And that I will never take that away from me, because being homeless made me who I am today.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm never putting myself in that situation again.
It's
So
definitely life changing when you go from having a place to sleep to literally having absolutely nothing.
yeah, very true, very true.
Opens your
It's
eyes up.
yeah. Facts, 100%.
So then you've just been rebuilding since then, because obviously I see where you're at now, and everything looks good now. You know what I mean? Like I see you have your cute ass fucking pup and your girl. You're doing a
Yeah,
year-long stream right now. 20 days into a year-long stream. You got a nice glowing chair set up.
I would say like my life's not perfect like anyone else's, you know.
Well, no one's life is perfect.
Yeah, yeah, it is Summit, pal. Yeah, so there's yeah, I'd say my life's not perfect, and I still make mistakes to this day, you know. And we're always constantly learning. Um, but that's what's led me up to when I started watching YouTube 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I started to, I got an obsession for YouTube. I stopped watching television, started following loads of creators,
Yeah.
pranksters,
Pranksters. What pranksters were you watching?
Nelt Boys, KSI, uh, anything. But it wasn't just pranksters; it was podcasts, motivational speakers. But the most profound one that stuck out to me, which I really liked,
Yeah.
and I'd done a bit of traveling, but not a lot, was travel vloggers. And I used to watch this guy called Harold Boulder. Bolden Bankrupt's another guy. Tim K is another one. Kurt Cuts is another one. And I had this obsession, and every time they released a video, I got the notification. I'd watch it. I was like, I want to do this one day.
Yeah.
So that's what kicked off my obsession with YouTube. And
So
well,
you decided to start doing travel vlogs yourself?
yeah, I was like, I want to do this. This is me. And the reason, it wasn't just a decision I made while I was conscious. When I used to go to bed every night, I'm a dreamer. I dream every night. If I go to bed for 20 minutes, I'll go into a dream. And I had this reoccurring dream of going on holiday, but I'd pack all my stuff together, and it was impossible to pack, and I'd always miss the plane. I was trying to get to the plane in time, and I had it every night, this dream.
Yeah.
It was within me, and when I stumbled upon this travel vlogging, I'm like, this is me. I want to do this, you know.
Yeah. Then
So,
where was the first place that you traveled to then? Where did you pick and why did you pick it?
well, basically, before we go into that, let me explain that I had very bad teeth. I had a full beer of the dentist,
Yeah.
and for 16 years I never brushed the back of my teeth. I only brushed the front. I never got taught how to brush my teeth properly. I was dead lazy, so my teeth were rotting. They were falling out every couple of months. Part of my teeth would chip away, and one of them went to the gums. And I'm like, I want to be a YouTuber, but like I can't I can't do it because the state my teeth were in, they were really bad.
Yeah.
So, I've got phobia, but I really want to do this YouTube. It's me. So because I wanted to do YouTube so much, it helped me overcome my fear of the dentist. Now, I also had ingested mushrooms just before, and they helped me eradicate my fear.
A lot or a little bit of mushrooms?
Yeah, what's that?
A lot or a little bit of mushrooms?
I grew them myself just to medicate myself, because I heard loads of good stories on the internet. So they helped me with my antidepressant. They helped me reduce my fear of my phobias. I never wanted to be on camera as well, so it's weird how I wanted to be a YouTuber. I
Yeah.
thought I need to get my teeth done. And when I started to have this idea in my head, I didn't really have much money to do what I wanted. And then I get a letter through from the bank. Here's £15,000 loan if you want it.
15,000.
Yeah, and at the time I've been running a gold plating business for 20 for about at the time about 9 years on eBay and Amazon.
Yeah, H had shown me a bunch of pictures of you guys' old work, like the iPhones and stuff like that you guys did.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
looked good.
Yeah,
Looked
it was a
dope.
very niche business. There was not many people doing it, you know.
Oh, he showed me a watch too. He showed me a watch that he actually still had.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's still got them. And so I was like, I want to. This is me. I've got a loan from the bank now. I'm gonna stop doing this business. So I decided to buy cameras, and I bought editing software. I bought a laptop. I bought a drone. I bought everything I needed to do it. And then I thought, right, I've got to get my teeth done. So I went to Turkey because it was about a third of the price. Well, about half price to get your teeth done in Turkey. So
Well,
I went
how much was half price? Like how many thousand?
well, it worked out at the time with the exchange rates in the video that I released. It was £4,800, and at the time with the exchange rates, it's about $6,200.
Yeah.
So yeah, and when I got there, I thought I didn't think I was going to vlog it, and I thought, you know what? I went to bed one night when he assessed my teeth and got the molds and stuff like that. I went to bed one night and I went, what if I vlog this? What if I put a video on YouTube about this? So and I did, and I made two. I actually made two videos in regards to my teeth. I rung the dentist up and said, "Can I put a camera on a tripod in the dental surgery?" And they were like, "Yeah, no problem, no problem. We do." Because they said we have creators do this all the time. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Sweet, I'll document this. I'll make a video." And these first two videos I made on YouTube. One got a couple of thousand. The first one got a couple of thousand views, and I thought that wasn't good enough. So I thought I have to make another one and make it better, you know.
Yeah.
And that the next one got 14. It's like sitting at about 15,000 views now.
We'll do a
So
couple thousand. Still really fucking good for your first video.
yeah, well,
I
one
saw them. I watched all the videos. They look fucking good, bro. Like they don't look like they were your first video. You know, like you had drone shots and shit on your first video.
I believe if you have a passion for something, you'll work really hard at getting it. And I had a passion to do that, and that's how I taught myself how to edit videos 2 weeks before. I taught myself how to use the camera. Like I didn't know nothing
That
about
yeah,
it.
that was actually what I was gonna ask you. Like for all of the learning that goes into like making YouTube videos and stuff, like camera and like self promotion, editing stuff like that. What was like the thing you enjoyed doing the most or enjoyed learning the most?
I love flying the drone. I love the editing.
Editing.
The editing, because it was like I got all the footage and I'm like, yo, right, okay. I get all the footage and I'm looking at all the footage and I'm thinking, how can I make a video out of this footage? It's all dead. You know, I was thinking I can't see a video. So I started to edit it anyway. And then I learned the art of editing, and you can make something not interesting look interesting by
Yeah.
how hard you work on the editing. You can do that. It's all about the cuts that you put into it. So I thought by the time I'd got this video that I didn't thought, oh, this is a rap. This video, it's no good. And when I edited it, I'm like, yo, this is a banger. Do you know? I was like, wow, I didn't know you could make something not interesting look interesting. So I'd say the editing was the biggest thing for me. The drone was fun. The videography was a bit daunting walking down the street with a camera while hundreds of people are around you looking at
Yeah.
you.
What was it like a GoPro setup or like what was the? Did you have it
It,
attached to your
it was
chest
only
or?
a 6400. It was a 4K. It was a top of the range Sony camera at the time.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, that's what I shot it on.
And then what did you
Uh,
just have it? Did you just handheld it?
I had it on a gimbal, so I bought a
Oh, okay.
gimbal as well. I had it on a special gimbal that kept the camera steady because it didn't have um, stability control on it.
Yeah.
Shot, I can't remember the name of it now. I forget, but it was a bit jumpy the video, so I had to have this camera on a gimbal. Yeah, so that was the first two videos I shot in. One, they were both in Antalya, south of Turkey, and I was like over the moon that I actually did that. So come Christmas Day, I decided my teeth were done, they were healed. I was ready to move on with my travels, and I decided to stop in Dubai because to stop in Dubai it would be cheaper than to get a plane all the way over to Thailand. So I thought, right, I'll go to Dubai, and then I could get a plane from Dubai to Mumbai, then to Thailand. So I was in Dubai for like 36 hours, like a stop off on Christmas Day in
Yeah.
2020. Yeah, 2020, just before the pandemic. I do regret not staying there longer because 36 hours was not enough. I had to shoot a video, so I didn't have time to enjoy myself. I went to a water park called Wild Wadi, which is amazing. I went on some amazing water slides, but I didn't stay there long. And then I was a bit gutted about that. And it's very stressful moving all your luggage about. So I got the plane anyway. I got the next plane to one sec. Dubai is a beautiful place. It's so clean. It's such a clean place. There's no mold on the walls or anything. It was like heaven, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
How,
even the
how
people.
long did you say you stayed in Dubai?
I stayed in Dubai about 36 hours,
Oh, okay.
and I had to get the next plane to Mumbai as a stop off. And on the way to Mumbai, I was editing the video that I'd done in Dubai airport. So I was editing it on the plane. And I'll tell you a little experience I had. Once I edited the video, I lay down and I thought, right, I can't sleep on a plane. I can't sleep on planes. It's impossible. So I thought I'll meditate. And when I was meditating, after about 10 minutes, I started to see these faces pop up in my vision while my eyes were closed. And one turned out to be a witch, one turned out to be a demon, and then the other one, it turned out to be me looking back at myself. I was like, it was scary because my face started to melt.
Yeah.
And I researched it after and thought, am I going crazy or was this something to do with
And
meditation?
you said you were on a plane?
Yeah, I was on a plane doing this, and
Oh,
it
okay.
freaked me out when I'm meditating because I've done a lot of meditation since I was 16, but this freaked me out. I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
So I had to research, and apparently it's when you have an awakening. I don't know if this is true, but this is what I've done from my research. So I thought, oh, thank God I'm not going crazy then, you know?
Yeah.
And so yeah, then I got to Dubai, had a beautiful curry at the airport, and then made my way to Thailand. And so yeah, so we got to Thailand, and I was in Bangkok for a couple of days, and I decided I thought I'm going to shoot a video on Bangkok and then make my way to Pattaya. So I went to go and see Wat Pao Temple, and it has the reclining Buddha. You've seen in the videos the huge golden Buddha. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I shot a video there. It wasn't my best video. I have to say my
They're
informational
all
video.
good. Stop fucking lying.
So yeah, I went into the temple. That was beautiful. I do a lot of meditations. That was a spiritual experience for me. Then I decided to leave the temple. I went and got some food, street food. I thought I'll go and get some street food. This woman serving crocodile and pork and chicken, and I'm looking at this crocodile. Like, nah, not a chance. Not
You
for
didn't
me.
you didn't want to try it?
No, like at the time, I wasn't very open minded. But in that same trip, I did eat locust. I did eat locust.
You ate locust? Wait, did you eat locust before crocodile?
No, no, it was later on in the trip. I
Oh,
got
okay.
egged on by a woman to eat it, you know, and I just thought, you know what,
Damn, fuck that. I don't know if I'd eat a locust. Maybe
yeah.
maybe if it was very like chip like. Is that how it
Yeah,
was? Was it crunchy like a chip?
I'd say it's crunchy and it tastes like bacon a little bit. I was to say it's the closest thing I could think. It didn't taste exactly like bacon, but it was that sort of smoky bacon.
Yeah, dude, I've had gator and it tastes just kind of like chicken.
Ah, so I should have tried the crocodile. Do you
Yeah,
want crocodile?
I definitely would have tried it. Yeah,
Mm.
it tasted just kind of like white meat on chicken.
But I had the video camera and I was videoing the woman who had crocodile. I was like, I don't want to eat that. And then I was turning her customers. I did ask her, "Can I video you first?" And I was turning her customers away. And like they were like, "Oh, I don't want to be in the camera." And she was like, she muttered in her own language in Thai. She was like, oh, "Falang, falang means English." A
Yeah,
white man. I think it's type of no, it's falang means English. So I falang. I'm like, oh shoot. So I'm like, I was turning her customers away, and I felt dead awkward after that, and I felt sorry. So I tipped her, I give her a big tip, and then that was the end of that video. And then it was time to go to Pattaya.
So like I see in this video you have playing on your bottom corner right now. Where is that at? Is that Thailand?
This one's in. This is at the. This is in Pattaya at the floating market.
Did you have any sketchy like boat experiences while you were over there?
Well, the first time I went to Thailand, when I sold my apartment, I got a private boat out there
Yeah.
to an island in Pattaya. It's called Koh Lan. This is like well before this YouTube trip, and they look like pirates with balaclavas and their eyes just their eyes showing. It freaked me out a little bit, but they took me to the island. They looked after me. The boat waited while I chilled on the island the day. It's my own little private boat. It was nice, and when I got back on the boat, they went, "You want to shoot some guns?" Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I want to shoot some guns. So I shot a pistol. I don't know what the pistol
Just what
was.
off into the sea or on the
No,
island?
they drove to a different part of the island where they had like a shooting range thing. So I shot a cartridge. It cost me like 20 quid at the time, I think. About $25.
Yeah.
So I shot a few guns. But I didn't trust it. I was like, these look like pirates. They're scary. They're asking me, do I want to shoot a gun? I'm like, oh, fuck it. I want to shoot a gun.
You shoot the gun. They're like, you want to throw grenades?
They were trying to get me to try different guns, more expensive ones. And
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm happy with that. I've shot rifles and shotguns before in England.
Yeah.
Like, a farmer's a gamekeeper who used to shoot foxes and stuff. He let me shoot his guns.
Yeah.
So I'd already shot big rifles. I'd just never shot a handgun. I was like, oh yeah, go on then. So we did that. And then on the way back, I went on one of them paraglider boat things, with a parachute on the back in the boat. The jet ski was pulling it, around. So I did that on the way back as well.
How was
Yeah,
that?
it felt a bit funny, because you get this, you got the harness around your shoulders and it's pulling you down.
Yeah.
You can just feel this pulling, and it's not comfortable,
Dude,
But it was a really fun experience.
I don't ever trust my life. I don't ever put my life in anyone else's hands. So I've never done anything like that, like paragliding or like even riding a jet ski, anything like that. Like I don't fucking trust anyone else to do that shit.
Yeah, yeah. It was an experience. It was an
Oh,
experience,
it
and that's what
definitely is something I would love to do, but it's like I just can't fucking. I get up to doing it like to the place. I'm like, nah, I can't.
yeah. So we got to Pattaya. So it was quite a lot of milestones. So going back into the future again, when I was doing the YouTube, from Bangkok, I got to Pattaya, and I just got there 4 hours before New Year's Eve in 2020, going into 2021. So I thought, I'll shoot a video on Pattaya Beach. So I did that. Amazing experience. So hot, sweating on camera. Look, if you actually watch the video,
Yeah,
it's so
how hot do you think it was over there? Like average temperature
43
wise?
degrees Celsius. So we're talking 84, 30, 100, 134, 114 degrees Fahrenheit, roughly.
Damn, fuck
It was hot.
that.
It was hot, mate, and it was humid. But still amazing at that point. So I shot that video. I did all the footage to that, and it was interesting. And in that video, I went up to Pattaya Mountain. It's a mountain that overlooks the whole of Pattaya Beach. A little temple up there, and it was a tiny temple. We're talking about 5 meters, 5'5". That's how big it was. A
Damn.
small little. It was like a shrine.
Yeah, just a tiny little shrine.
But at the top of this mountain, there's chickens, cats, dogs. They're all living together. They were all friends. And then the people go up to the mountain and they feed them. Now, I did it years ago when I first went, when I sold the apartment. And
Yeah.
some of the same dogs were on there, you know what I mean, that I'd seen late years down the line. So it was a mad experience. Did you seen the chickens and the dogs and the,
Yeah.
it was amazing, like, and then
Dude,
we went
I
to
love all the street food. That's like anytime I watch any of the because I watch a lot of travel channel stuff too. Like I watch Kara and Nate, which is a couple that Isabel got us watching, and then I watch like Paolo in Tokyo and Abroad in Japan. And I always look for the fucking street food.
Yeah, food is life, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
bro.
that's why street food, these vlogs about food do so amazing because we need food to live and we love trying new foods. And so, yeah, I
Different cultures have so much better food too than we have here in
oh yeah,
America, for sure.
it's all fresh, isn't it? It's not, well,
Yeah.
not all of it is, but it is better food, I think, in the long run. If you go to the right street vendor, if you go to the wrong one, you've got food poisoning, mate.
Yeah. Well, like, dude, I don't even know what that is that you have right now in your video, but it looks so fucking good.
That was a pancake flipped with banana and what was it? Banana and chocolate Nutella spread on it, but it wasn't like any other pancake you've had. It was the best tasting pancake. I used to eat them every day, and they cost about 40 pence, 30 40p to buy. So it was very cheap. So I just
Yeah, that's the other great thing is the it's always so cheap and it's always tastes the best.
yeah, facts, mate, facts. And it was served off a boat. She's cooking it on a boat. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting. Honestly, amazing. This video in the bottom right hand corner, if you can see it, that's the new year just before Corona. But yeah, so that was my last ever video. Now, when I shot that video in the floating market, what you're just seeing
Mhm.
a mosquito bit me beforehand. So it obsessed and it come out like a golf ball on the side of my neck. So I thought, how can I shoot this video without people seeing it? Because I was very conscious. So
Wear
I
a
had to use
scarf.
two cameras.
Uh.
I used two cameras, so every time I turned my head one way, I'd flip to the point of view camera on my chest,
Yeah.
and I'd edit it. And I edited it out because it wasn't nice to look at. After that video, a couple of days later, news got out: coronavirus hit.
Well, what happened with the mosquito bite? Was it just ended up being nothing?
The mosquito bite. I can't put it down to anything, but I think it was a mosquito that bit me, and it just blew my neck up.
It just got big as fuck and then went
Very
away.
affected. Yeah, no, it was big. It was painful. It was on my neck for weeks. Do you know what I mean? But when I shot that video in Floating Market in Pattaya, it it had just popped out within a few days. And it wasn't even at its biggest then.
Yeah.
But after that, it got that big that I couldn't shoot any more videos, if I wanted to.
So
Um,
I actually just got a question here from Justin in my chat.
okay.
He said, is it just a rumor that they hustle tourists over there? So I think that's a good point to tell your cop story that you were telling me the other day.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Right. So I suffer with a thing called ptosis. If you want to type it in the internet, it starts with a P and then it's ptosis, ptosis. But you don't pronounce the P. And ptosis is usually when you get old age, your eyelids start to droop down. As you can see in the video, like in my stream right now, my eyes aren't fully wide open. So basically, I had a joint of cannabis 6 hours beforehand, before the police stopped me. And I went out. I was with a woman out there, and we drove to have a meal. And we had this meal, and I thought, you know what, I'm not uncomfortable about being pulled by the police. I don't feel stoned. I've eaten, all good. We drove home. We're driving home, and this woman shouts from the bar as we're driving past, "Police, police!" Because the people out there warn you about this police in any direction because they scam tourists. So I'm driving down the road, and I didn't hear it in time. And the girl on the back of my bike said, "Dave said police are there, stop." So I stopped, and there's police right in front of me. They're hiding in all the alleyways, and then there's a checkpoint. I stopped well before the checkpoint, but the police are hiding in like little hiding spots near the bars. And so I tried to turn it round, and then a copper pulls out in front of me, pulls his gun out, and says, "Look, stop." Do you know what I mean? So I had to stop, and I'm like, shit. And it just looks like I didn't
Almost
want.
got away.
I was dodging them. I was just dodging them because I've heard a lot of stories. So I wasn't dodging them because I did anything wrong. So he stopped me, and obviously I had droopy eyes. I think my eyes are a little bit better now, but so he made me do a pee sample on the road. So he took the bike off me, pushed it to the checkpoint, brought me to the checkpoint with him, and he made me pee in a cup. I peed in a cup. I thought I'm all right. You can't detect cannabis in pee, can you? On a roadside test, I'll be fine. So I passed him the pee in a cup, and he dipped the stick in it, and I'm waiting. He goes, "So where you from?" I go, "I'm from Manchester." And he goes, "Ah, Manchester United. Yeah, dead nice guy,
Yeah.
really nice bit." Pulls it out. I didn't know anything about the test. I didn't know what colour it should be or this, that, and the other. And he goes, "Methamphetamine in your system, you go to jail." I'm like, "What?" I went, "I've never took amphetamine in my life. What are you talking about?" And then he went, "No English," like that. No English.
It's just he knew meth though. He knew the word meth.
Yeah, he knew English.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did you have methamphetamine? You go to jail, and he's like, there's a pickup truck there, like a Suzuki one, and there's 6 or 7 people from all around the world, tourists, no Thai people in it, all sat there waiting to go to jail. Did you get in the back now? And I tried to argue, I said, I never had it in my country. That is so bad to take. You know,
Yeah.
it's like heroin. I don't take that shit. Like, you get in the back now, get in the back. So the girl I was with, I only had about 10,000 baht on it, and the girl I was with had about 20,000 or something. But we still didn't have enough, so I had to send her away to the cash machine and get more. Because the reason why I had to pay the police was because I had a joint, and he said, "You're gonna, if you say that you've not had methamphetamine, then we're gonna blood test you." You know, another copper who spoke a bit more English said to me, "We'll blood test you, and if you've not got anything, then it's fine." You know, I mean, I didn't even have a phone on me. My phone was at the hotel. I was like, "Shit, I've got no card, no phone. Like, what the fuck?"
Yeah, it was set up for failure.
I had to send her to go to the hotel, get my card, pull money out the cash machine. He wanted 500 English pounds, which is about about $600, $650.
Yeah.
I had to pay him because you can go to jail for 3 years there if you found driving a vehicle with cannabis in your system. So I was like, shit. I had to pay him. So I paid him. He didn't. All the other coppers were like, "We want our share. We want our share." And the main copper was like, he said something in their Thai language, and he shouted at them all, and they all shut up. And he went, "Right, he said, you come off this truck now." So he took me right round the back where no one could see, and he put his hand out like that, and I handed him the 500. Can't remember what it is in their currency. It's like 50, 10,
That's so
10,
fucking crazy,
like
bro.
25,000 baht. I think I can't remember the exchange rate now. So he grabbed the money and he put it in his back pocket, and he went, "Right, you stay here. We're going to drive away with the other people, and your missus is going to come back with the bike keys." And this is the guy that said, "I don't speak English."
Yeah,
So once I
exactly.
paid him, he started speaking English to me, and then it's like, "Right, so you wait here. Your missus is going to come with the keys." So my missus come with the keys. They drove off. They let me even drive away on my bike. Once I paid them, he's like, "You can go. You can go." So you know what I mean? So it
I mean,
just
six
proves
hundred
that,
fifty dollars definitely worth it, honestly.
yeah, definitely not to go to court, into even just to spend time in the police cell. These like 50 people in one cell with no air conditioning.
Yeah,
Like I remember going 10 years ago, and I met this guy from Leeds, not far from me in England, out there when I was there the first time about 8 years ago, and he had a motorcycle accident drunk, and he got arrested. So I took him KFC every day. So seeing what the police state, you could walk in the police station, go past all the police, and go to the cell and shout the guy and go, "Here's your Burger King." You know, it's
yeah,
weird how the police work there. You didn't have to check in, walk straight through. So I knew what it's like. I was like, "Fuck that!" I paid him. He let me go. It ruined my trust in Thailand. You know,
yeah. I
it
would, dude.
ruined.
I would have literally been on a plane the next day. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
fuck this whole place. I'm leaving."
yeah. So this is the time. At that time, my mum was telling me to come home now, and I wanted to stay because I was sort of in love with this girl, and well, I wasn't in love with her. I was just, you know what I mean. I wanted to spend
Yeah,
time. Mum was like, "Come home. The pandemic's getting bad," and I didn't believe her. It wasn't here in England at the time, but it was bad, and Thailand's next door to China. So everyone's wearing masks out there well before England and America started. So after that, I wanted to stay as long as I could. You know what I mean? But after that experience, I was like, I'm going home now.
How long ago was that? How long have you been back now?
Uh, what?
Three
Well, I
years,
come back
right?
on February the 11th, 2021, a month before UK went into lockdown. Um, so I made it back in time because I think Thailand stopped a couple of weeks after me from me leave. People leaving Thailand, so I got back in time, safe and sound.
Good,
And I
that's
went back
good.
to my gold plating business, and my whole dream of being a YouTuber, a travel vlogger, entertainer, whatever you want to call it, came to an end, and I went
Well,
back
I
to
mean,
my
it's not it didn't come to an end. I mean, you consistently have 50 plus people in your stream,
yeah,
and you're always doing some sort of challenge, eating peppers, or I mean, now you're doing a 1 year stream,
yeah.
playing
I think
viewers.
I think it's helped me having a passion for YouTube and watching YouTube creators on how they do it, and that's one of the things that has helped me get to where I am today on Twitch. I checked my rank last night with 24,000 in the world in the 0.03%, 0.037%. So I'm blessed, mate. But like when I got back from, thought it was over. I thought I'll travel again one day. I'll do it.
Yeah,
So anyway, I spent 2 years gold plating doing a job I hate doing, because I've done it for 13 years, but it pays. So I did it. And then
yeah.
Harrison's little boy said to him, "Oh, I want to do streaming."
Lil
So
Bakewell,
yeah, Bakewell.
shout out Lil Bakewell.
Shout out to Bakewell in the chat. I don't know if they my mods
He
know,
he
but
he made an appearance in the last stream in H's podcast.
what did he really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah.
I
We
think I listened to right at the end of it.
Yeah, we asked him a couple anime questions, and then he was battling his brother in the back with pillows and shit, and
I'll have to
acting
rewatch.
wild.
Yeah, I'll have to rewatch the end. I think I watched like an hour and a half, but I was playing games while listening to it, and then something got in the way. But I listened to the majority of it.
Yeah, I would do. We actually broke the record, so hopefully
Oh,
this
nice!
one even breaks
Congratulations, bro.
H's record.
Yeah, nice.
That's
So
what we're going
anyway,
for.
so I jumped in. So what I did was because I love my brother. He ended up doing Twitch. So he's like, I'm doing Twitch, blah blah blah. So I thought, right, I will support you. I will be in your chat. I'll lurk on you. I'll send bits, subs, so to create hype to
Yeah.
make this a thing. And then I was in his chat for at least a month, and I'm like, and then everyone was. I made so many friends being in his chat, and I was only really there to support him, and then I ended up getting involved with like these people. And I was like, I want to do this. And that is effectively how I'm here today doing Twitch streaming. Yeah.
And
I want to
now
go.
20 days into a 1 year stream later.
Yeah. I know it's crazy, bro. Like, and you know what? I enjoy doing this more than the travel vlogging. I really do.
Do you really?
Yes, I
Well,
do.
it's probably a lot less stressful, right? You're not having to deal with completely different
Yeah.
cultures, different language barriers, and
Because, like, obviously, traveling is amazing, but I did 3 months of traveling.
yeah,
And the novelty wears off, and then it becomes the stress of going to the airport, schlepping your luggage around. You know what I mean? And it wasn't what I imagined in the end. So like that's that. But I do have ideas when Elon Musk satellites go up and it will have internet across all of the world. I want to take this streaming. I want to go climb mountains. Like I want to go to the pyramids. I want to stream. I want to do chatting sessions in front of all the wonders of the world. So I'm going to incorporate the traveling into the streaming one day.
hell
So
yeah.
that is, because I've always got a passion for traveling as well. It's not just about creating content, and so that's going to be a thing one day. I do hope. I do hope that.
Oh, I hope so too. And then when you come over here to go see the Grand Canyon, I'll go with you. We can do a fucking road. We come to PA, and then we'll road trip there, and we can vlog the whole thing. Because I've never gone. I haven't traveled that much, even just here in the States. I've never left the country, and
Yeah,
I went a lot of places on the East Coast with the military, but I never really left the base. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I plan on going different. Like that was like why we went to Atlantic City last year. That was like us trying somewhere I've never been to. You know what I mean? Wanted to gamble and see what that whole place was like.
I'd love to go. I've been to Vegas before, so I've been quite close.
Oh yeah, Vegas is on the list for sure. Atlantic City was just the next best thing, and it was closer
Is it?
by a
Is
lot.
it right? Is that similar to Vegas?
Y-
It's not in a
That
desert, is it? Atlantic City,
Yeah, because you
or is it?
can't. There's not too many states that you can gamble in, but so like
Ah,
Atlantic City, New Jersey, and Las Vegas, Nevada are like the two biggest gambling sites. So like pretty much when we went to Atlantic City, like it's a beach boardwalk, and the entire boardwalk is just casinos. Like it's just literally every single place is just a restaurant and casino.
yeah, I see that. I see that.
Yeah, so it was fun to go do one time. It's not something I would do again for like another 10 years probably, but
Yeah, yeah, I see that, bro. I do. I'm a strong believer that if you set your mind to something, we are intelligent human beings. Every single one of us is. And if you set your mind to something and you have a goal and you have a passion to do it, your mind will manifest that. But you can't just think for 1 second, oh, I want to go on travel vlog, and then not think about it the rest of the day. It has to be on your mind
yeah,
all the
all the
time.
time. It
You
has to be something you
want it.
love doing.
Like Twitch streaming is on my mind from when I wake up till I go to sleep. When I want to do something, it sticks. It's an obsession, you know.
Yeah. Dude, I'm
Uh,
the same way. Like literally I just got off working a 10-hour shift, came home and
mm,
immediately hopped on the computer and started the podcast with you.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
Well,
yeah, it's
a thing that helps me. I watched a podcast. It was impulsive and it had Charlie Rocket on it, and I started to learn about delusional optimism. Now, delusional optimism is the total inability or unwillingness to accept the reality of a situation. It's to say if basically
most of
you want
my
to do
family.
something and 10 people say, nah, it's not happening, I ain't listening, I'm delusional. Like Mike Tyson, for instance. Mike Tyson said he was going to be to himself, I'm going to be the best boxer in the world before he was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He had it in his mind. That's a delusion. It's not a bad thing to be delusional, you know? People see it as a bad thing,
Yeah.
you know, and like my goals, I want to be in the top 1,000 of Twitch. Now that's delusional when I first started, but it's becoming more apparent as we go along, and that is how I live my life. And I encourage anyone to type in delusional optimism and learn it, you know, because you can manifest things into your life if you really have a passion for it. And so
Well,
that
that's just
is
with anything. If you put hard work into anything that you love, something's gonna happen with it. Something's gonna manifest. That's
that's
just
right.
hard work, you know what I mean? Just
Hmm.
having goals and reaching them.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So that's how where I am today. I'm still not perfect, you know. I'm learning and progressing, and you know, it's baby steps. You can't just get what you want straight away. You got to learn how. You got to take the steps to get there. You know, some people say, "Oh, I want to be a millionaire," and then they just crack on and do whatever they're doing and forget about it, and then be like, "Why am I not a millionaire?"
Yeah.
You need to do the steps, the baby steps. As long as you're going up the ladder, as long as you're improving, you'll get to where it doesn't happen overnight. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, so that is literally that is where I'm at today. I aim high. I aim high. Um,
I'm high
yeah, so
too.
yeah, true. It's a tough world, mate. So you know, anyone can do anything. I believe, like you know, uh, I can't think of any examples right now, but people who have less advantage in life, some people do amazing. Just because you've got a disadvantage, or if you have a disability, or you have a mental problem, or anything like that, it as long as you want and you take them steps, you will get what you want. You need the passion, and I believe anyone can do that. So if you want something in life, go for it, you know, and go at it 110%. Aim higher than what you think you can achieve because we are intelligent human beings, you know, and yeah.
Most of us are intelligent human beings.
Well, DNA holds the most amount of information out of anything on the planet and possibly the universe. And we are DNA. We are intelligent, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean just some people might have a lower IQ, but we're all
A
we're all
way lower IQ.
exactly. But we all store information, and I actually believe that DNA, because it has so much information in it, we store all the memories of our past ancestors. We store all the information. That's how we're evolving and becoming. I can't say we're becoming better as a human race, but
Yeah,
um, I believe that our ancestors pass us on, like the Olympic torch. They're passing on the information, and
yeah,
we will pass it on to our children, and so on and so forth. You know.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm hoping to like. Even like, cause the way I pretty much raised myself. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everything that like I've molded, even my own morals down to my own morals, the way I view things down to like hot topics like abortion and stuff like that. Like I view them completely opposite of both my mom and my fucking father. So it's
Yeah.
like I literally is like it's never too late to change. You can always work on yourself. You just have to be able to pull yourself out of your own viewpoint for sure. And that was something that like the military helped me with a lot because when I joined the like
Yeah.
it's definitely like and that's something that you experienced obviously too is stepping out of your comfort zone when you leave your hometown even just for more than a month, you know what I mean? It completely like it can change the way that you like look out on things and look onto other people's lives. And it's like I joined the military and I was with 300 people from all the way from Nigeria to Mexico, people that didn't
Yeah.
speak even any English at all, and I
Yeah.
just lived with them for 6 months. So it's like
That's
that changed my outlook on life just from being here in York, Pennsylvania, and that was all I knew. The
mm,
being completely unfamiliar. Everyone was unfamiliar. I didn't have my cell phone or anything. You know what I mean? I was completely cut off from the world. I didn't see a TV, nothing.
yeah. I see that. I see that. I'd encourage anyone to, if you can, and I think you will do one day. Like you say, you just got to grips with your independence and stuff, and it will. If you keep trying, you know, you'll get there one day. But I would encourage people to travel because I was so close-minded as a person before I started traveling, and you get to meet the cultures. It's just it it opens your mind up to travel and see different cultures. It really, really does. And like when I went to Thailand, it felt like it was on a different planet. You know, it wasn't the same, different world. And then you have, yeah. So really get my words out now, but I'd encourage people to travel because it'll help you emotionally grow as a person. I mean, some people are racist, and but if they actually travelled and went to these countries who they're racist to, and seen the people and seen that they're human beings, they have oxygen
If they just
that
stepped out of
is less. They
their own
actually,
biodome for a second.
yeah, exactly, and yeah. So I'd encourage anyone to travel. It really will help you emotionally grow as a person. It really
Yeah,
will.
I've been we've been just checking off like states now, like just in the past like two. I mean, obviously we had COVID and stuff, so that kind of fucked us for like a year and a half, 2 years. But
See that?
like,
Yeah,
I just went to Florida for the first time and did all the Disney World parks. I just went to South Carolina for the first time,
yeah.
Myrtle Beach. So like we're popping around different places now for sure that we
Well,
can like be out again.
I really hope that you get to see the world one day, mate, and you will.
Oh yeah,
Just
for
a
sure.
matter.
Well, we're doing our honeymoon in Japan. That's the plan.
Oh,
So that's
oh,
like our
I've
goal
been there
place.
ages, so that'll be the first destination, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's our both of our dream goal place.
Is your missus into anime as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
When we first got together, she had only really seen like the Studio Ghibli movies. I'm not
Okay.
sure if you have you ever heard of any of them. Like
No, no, but I'm
okay.
sure I will when you show me.
Yeah. Well, like it's like they blew up over here in the states. Like for some reason, the Ghibli movies were really popular here in the states before any anime like Naruto or anything got popular over here.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
wasn't sure if it was like kind of the same way in the UK or not. But
right.
like people would see the movies not even know it was anime. They would just think it was a cartoon.
I
But
see that.
so she saw those movies, and then when we got together, I started introducing her to like episodic animes, like series based animes instead of just movies. And then she
Yeah.
started introducing me to like regular TV shows and movies because I didn't watch like I literally just watched an anime for like 15 years straight. So That's been interesting. It's been fun. You there, Fungusai? I think your audio cut out. Oh yeah, he dropped out of the Discord there.
Have I lost my audio? Oh shoot, I've lost my audio. I've lost my
He's panicking right now.
Summit, I'm joining the podcast. I'm so sorry, Summit. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, you're good, bro. You're good. I had
I got disconnected on the Discord.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was
Yeah,
talking to you
mate,
and then
my
just
bad.
disappeared. But I had your stream up, so I just hit the audio in from your stream.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my story, and I hope like you guys can take something from it. My life was a mess, and you can turn your life around no matter how bad it is. It's never too late.
Oh yeah, definitely never too late. I'm still in the process of picking everything up and getting it. Like I just recently fixed my credit. You know what I mean? Like when I was 18, I had no clue about credit at all, and I fucking ruined that shit. So
Yeah,
at like 23, I decided I was gonna fix my credit. So I finally
yeah,
fixed that now, and
that's good. That's good news.
yeah. So
Mine's still fucked.
yeah, bro. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I still got some credit card debt from when we moved because we moved in here in January and had literally
Yeah,
like no furniture, nothing practically. So we furnitured the entire 2 bedroom place like
yeah.
in the first month.
Oh, nice, nice man.
So but before we let you go here, obviously we're gonna talk a little bit of anime, just like fucking real quick, 10 minutes here, just check in on you,
Yeah, yeah,
see what you've seen and whatnot, and what you vibed with and haven't vibed with, and then I got some questions here to close out the podcast, also at
okay.
the very end.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Um, so yeah, so anime wise, I know you're watching Demon Slayer right now. We watched the first episode together on the live cut like last week sometime. But what have you watched so far?
Well, I've watched the Demon Slayer the first episode, but like before that, I've not seen any anime. But when I got into Twitch, anime is a big thing, and I've been curious about it, you know. But I have watched. I was massive on Pokemon. I mean, that is classed as a cartoon.
No,
Uh,
that's an
is
anime.
it an anime? Oh, is it an anime?
Yeah,
So like everybody was hooked on that. You know?
yeah, that was actually one thing because I never knew that was an anime until I saw Naruto. Because I've been
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
Pokemon since I was like 6, so technically
right.
that was my first anime. But like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know what anime was till I found Naruto at like 13 or 14. So,
Mm,
but yeah,
yeah.
technically Pokemon is an anime.
Okay. So I did a bit of Dragon Ball Z as well,
Okay, yeah,
but
I
not
see.
enough
It's almost
to
impossible to
remember it.
not come across any at all. You know what I mean? I figured. Yeah, I know you said you've never seen any, but
It's very intense anime, isn't it? Like with Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, it's very like
it can be. Anime. There's literally anything you could ever want to watch. There's an anime for it. So like, if you just want to fucking chill and vibe, there's an anime for that. If you
yeah.
want something suspenseful and scary,
Oh,
there's an anime for that. And then there's just sports animes, whatever you could possibly want, bro.
yeah.
And I'm an
Um,
entire encyclopedia, so I mean, I'm the best person you could have came across to get into anime. And you're starting with
yeah.
a banger, you know what I mean? Demon Slayer's great.
Mate, you know what? The first episode, I just haven't got the time. I loved it, bro. I really did. It's amazing anime.
The first episode baits you into that oh, this is just gonna be like a happy family anime, and then it just murks the entire fucking family out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah, true that, true that. So yeah, I do have a look, and I'm curious. I just need to find the time to, knuckle down and watch a few episodes.
I always say the best thing to do is just like when you're first getting into anime, best thing to do is just commit to one episode a day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's only
Okay.
20 minutes. That's not that much. It's 20 minutes. 19
Yeah.
minutes if you take out like the intro and you skip the outro and the recap and
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
from that most animes have. Like 19, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
do
I'll
one a
try.
day
I'll
and
do
then
that.
as the story pulls you in, you'll start to notice that you're like, "Oh fuck, I can't not watch the next
Can't
episode
watch
right
this.
now."
Yeah. True. I'll try my very best. Like I really will. But like I do have a lot on at the minute, and I'd love to. Like so, we're gonna watch another one. hope they get hooked. It's a shame I can't watch them on stream. That is a shame.
Well, that's what I said, dude. Because I do watch parties all the time, and I just
Okay.
I screen share it in the Discord, and then I just
Yeah.
keep my Discord link posted in my Twitch chat. So then people
Yeah.
can join if they come across the Twitch chat, they see I'm watching anime, they get my reaction or whatever, but then they can come to the Discord and fucking watch the episode also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a workaround. You're not gonna get in trouble for copyright or anything like that.
Well, I'll tell you what. Invite me next time. Let me know when you're doing it, and I'll come and join you guys. Yeah.
All right. Dude, I'm always free to watch anime. That's
Yeah.
what, literally all. If you said fucking let's end the podcast right now and watch anime, I would fucking shut this bitch down.
Well, you can't because you got a couple of questions, haven't you?
Yeah, we got a couple questions here just from the past episodes stacking up because we took a break for a while because Isabel wasn't feeling the greatest, so we took like 3 weeks off, and then I was missing doing the podcast so much, so I just decided to have guests on and start doing these live.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? You smashed it, mate. You very professional in the way you've done this. I was actually nervous when we first started this, thinking, "Oh my god, we're not going to have enough to say. There's going to be awkward silences." Blah, blah, you know.
Oh
And you
yeah,
smashed it, mate. You smashed it. Like,
thank you, bro. I
it's
appreciate it. I've
proud of
been
you,
doing
man.
them for. We've been doing them. We have probably about. I think this is maybe episode 30 or something now. But like
Yeah,
with like you said, even with doing the Twitch and stuff, like I've been streaming like 60, 70 hours a month, and it's
yeah,
like you get comfortable with like, you know what I mean, just talking to nobody and fucking like, well, talking to the chat, but you're not really fucking talking to anybody, and just like filling in blank space, dead air and shit
yeah.
like that.
I think it runs smoothly up until I shut the Discord down.
I don't even know what I would like. I was
No, I
literally telling you a
have to
full ass
fix it.
story, and then I ended the story, and then I was like, "Fungusai, you there?" and then I looked at the screen, and you're like panicking, trying to fucking get it back up.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh,
you got it
I've had
fixed
an
fast.
amazing time. I was nervous, and I've actually had an amazing time and telling my story because I've been streaming now 7 months, and I've not had a chance to tell my story, which is something that is nice, man. It's nice.
Well, I'm glad you decided to do it here because we're gonna still try to break Age's record for the week. So hopefully, you have a lot of people that want to hear your story. I definitely
Let's
enjoyed
break that
listening,
record.
bro. And we had people. Mike was over here in my chat saying that he really enjoyed hearing your travel stories and everything.
That really warms me, mate. I've got goosebumps now.
Yeah, bro. It was definitely, dude. That traveling is not something that a lot of people in America can sadly afford to do. So it was like, and especially because like over in the UK, like everything's a lot closer. You know what I mean? The states are fucking massive. So it's like if we got to go anywhere, it's $500 plane ticket.
Yeah, yeah, I see that, bro. I see that. Say similar. It's similar here, you know. Like, well, we can go to Europe and it's cheap, but if we go to America, or it's easy 500-600
Yeah.
dollars.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It's like anytime we try to get out to over to you guys, it's a fucking a grand. It's like I'm fucking can't afford that.
yeah.
Gotta put it on the credit card and pay it off over a year.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Well,
so
now you
we're
got credit started. You can do that,
yeah.
can't
Now I got good credit, so I can fucking fly out some places.
you?
So all right, we
Lovely.
got the first question here is from Booty Stank. He was in chat earlier, listening, and hanging out with us. Booty Stank said, "What would your starter be? What would your Pokemon starter be? Any of them? So you can pick any Pokemon starter from any of the generations. I don't do you know the generations pretty well, or were
Yeah.
you like a OG
I
first
was.
gen?
I like the originals. Like I, Mewtwo. I liked Mewtwo. Yeah.
Yeah.
the sh- the shiny I had, I really liked it, and I had the baby one as well, Mewtwo Tutu, or I remember the name. So there's a baby one
So
as well. But
you remember the starters, right? Like Charmander, Bulbasaur,
oh,
Squirtle,
I love Pikachu. I love
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Pikachu's a
Love
starter that
Pikachu,
counts.
and Squirtle is a don. You know,
Yeah.
I love Squirtle.
See,
It's
I'm a full blown Charmander guy, bro. Charizard.
Charmander.
I got a rainbow Charizard sitting on my desk right here, and a little Charizard statue.
Yeah.
That's my boy, bro. Charizard was my shit.
Well, I'm Aquarius, so I'm a water bearer in the star in the zodiac sign. So
So
that's
Your
why
Squirtle squad, ride
yeah,
or
I'm
die
Squirtle.
Squirtle squad.
Squirtle's cool, man. I like Squirtle.
Yeah, I definitely would have picked Squirtle as my second. Like anytime I replayed the story, I would always pick Squirtle as my second run through.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I love Charizard as well, but just Squirtle was a big one. Pikachu was the biggest for me. I love Pikachu. Like, he was amazing. He was cute, and he was just he didn't take any shit, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
I loved him. Like, and yeah, he's. But if you talk about the starter packs, then yeah, I'd say Squirtle stands out to me.
Got you.
Yeah, yeah. But then Mewtwo Tutu, I just love that one because I watched the movie and Mewtwo. I
Yeah,
watched the
dude, that movie.
movie and
I made Isabel watch that movie. It was so good.
right. Oh, it's such a. I'm gonna have to watch that again someday.
Dude,
I
they
really am.
3D they reanimated it and it's all like CG like 3D fucking bullshit, bro.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
so bad compared to
Oh,
the old just classic animation.
yeah. I see that. I feel yeah. Great question.
And then we have another question here from Booty Stank and it says, what is your favorite snack?" I'm sure you guys have way different snacks than we do.
Oh, can it be an actual meal? Because I'm not.
Give us a meal. I want to know your meal now. So give
Right,
us your meal and your favorite snack.
a snack. Right, we'll start with a snack. Right, at the moment, like my snacks change. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
progressive. Like so,
same.
I'm going through a phase at the minute where I like crumpets and cheese crumpets. You know what crumpets are, don't you?
Yeah.
So I love crumpets and cheese. Cheetos burger, yeah, but that's gone now. That's over with. That's over with, bro. Gnarly. But I used to like this. I used to go with Deliveroo when I first started streaming. I went through a phase, and it was a chicken burger with nacho cheese and hot Cheetos on the burger with a brioche bun, and I used to eat it every day. I'm a phase person. I change constantly, you know.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite meal at the moment is an Indian breakfast. It's a desi breakfast, and it has it's chickpea masala, chana, but it's not masala. It's called chana. It's chickpeas in a like a gravy, but like a not meat gravy, but it tastes meaty. I also and it comes with a lentil dal and roti. Roti. Have you had a roti? It's like a bread,
No, I've never
flatbread.
had that. Well, yeah, I mean, I've had flatbread, but I've never had like the Indian classic, like authentic. You know what I mean?
Oh, this
The
is
homemade.
close to authentic. There's a place that we order from Deliveroo, but we stopped ordering there now because it's very expensive. And as you know, I lost my business recently. That's why I started this 1 year stream.
Yeah.
So at the minute, I'm just on crumpets and cheese, and just I can only eat snacks really at the minute. So I am snacking a lot, but I need to start eating properly again.
Yeah, you got fucking gotta get that protein in there.
Yes, sir. Well, I
Crumpets and
only eat
cheese.
2 times a week now. I'm not vegan, but I try and limit down meat because I feel like we need meat, but we eat way too much of it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what has been found to cause cancers in your bowels and your prostate and stuff like that. It's one of the causes. So I think we eat too much meat. So I eat a couple of times a week, and then everything else is pretty much plant based. So
All right, and then we got one last question here from Booty Stank. Again, we're gonna answer all his questions this time.
okay, okay.
Um, what video game would we want to see made into an anime or TV show?
Apex.
You want to see an Apex TV show?
Yes.
You think it would work out? Like how you think it would just be like a battle royale, like episodic battle royale base?
Each episode will just be a battle royale, and I don't. I honestly can't imagine, but I think it should be made into like an anime or
Like
it'd be
hour
really
long
cool.
episode? Well, you saw they just did a Star Wars anime. And I've been wanting to check that out. It's on Disney Plus. So I don't have fucking Disney Plus.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, Apex as an anime would be absolutely amazing.
You see, the one that I would most want is Last of Us, and they're doing that right now. So I think Last of Us. Hopefully, it comes out well. I like the casting that they chose. So
Yeah,
I have a lot of faith in it. Hopefully, it
yeah.
can't be worse than fucking Halo was. So
I've not watched that one, in all honesty.
yeah, Halo was just like everything was good in Halo except Master Chief. Master Chief, well, and the Flood sucked too. They just animated the Flood poorly.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. Great question. Tell him great questions. I like them. I like them. I really hope Apex do it. I never really thought about that. So yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. But all right, I appreciate you coming on, bro. We're definitely gonna have you on again with H to do aliens and all that, like a
Yes.
way deeper talk. But I wanted to have you on and introduce you to the
Mm.
audience and everything, so when we have you and H back on together, you know who you guys are a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it's been an honor. Like I say, I was a bit nervous, but a couple of minutes in, and I've had so much fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you
Um,
enjoyed. I had fun talking to you too, dude. I loved hearing the stories. I definitely want to have you on again in the future, a little later into the 1 year stream. See how you're feeling. Check in on you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Facts, mate. Like, I hope to do it again with you sometime soon. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Whenever I H is the hard one to plan on. So once we get
Okay.
him to lock down a date, we can do this alien one.
Oh yeah, I've got so many topics to talk about, as well. Like, if you want to do more,
Yo, I'm down to yeah, I'm down to. I want to do like a whole like conspiracy theory, ghosts, aliens, like a whole fucking
yeah.
chat about all that fuckery.
Okay, okay. So we'll talk behind the scenes, and we'll come up with some stuff. I'm ready to do another one whenever you're ready. So let's get Harry Bow on it, and
I'll harass him. I'll get him to pick a date.
well, I hope he
Um,
listens to the podcast. And I've actually really enjoyed it. When I wanted to be a YouTube creator, I wanted my own podcast one day. So it's been nice to be a part of this.
I still think you should do your own podcast. You might as well while you're doing streaming this whole year. Might as well start it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's very
Okay.
easy. I can send you a couple of sites to get started that makes it very easy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to our next chat anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. Is there anything you want to plug here at the end? Tell them where everyone can find you at, what you're
Everyone
doing.
can find me. It's basically my tag is Fungus AI. Yeah, and you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch is my main platform I'm using at the moment. And come and have a chat with me anytime you want. And yeah, like, I'm a bit nuts, but
Good nuts.
I like weird. Normal is boring.
Yeah.
Come and join me. I'll have a chat with you. It'd be nice to meet you. And thanks for everything, man. I'm really happy I did this.
I appreciate you coming on, and I can't wait to have you back on, bro. Like I always say at the end here, everyone be safe traveling back down from the summit. Hopefully, we'll have another one for you next week. If
Yeah.
not, we'll definitely see you the week after. Hopefully, Isabel will be here, but no promises. If not, I'll have another amazing guest, just like all the past ones have been. And
Well, I'm
thank
tuning
you.
in for that.
Oh, yep, for sure, for sure. Hopefully, bro. Uh,
Okay, okay.
Thank you for everyone tuning into the live. You know where to find us at everywhere. Sugoi Summit, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Thank you. Peace.
Peace and love.
Now I just gotta get this goddamn bot out of here.
Honestly, that is it. Stop now, yeah.
I mean, it's still
That was,
recording, but I'll edit all this bullshit out here.
yeah, that was amazing, man. I really enjoyed it, bro. I really did.
Dude, I loved having you on. Dude, both you and H and Uni are all so easy to talk to.
You too, man. You too. You too, brother. I've never had a conversation with someone that's flowed so easily in my life, to be honest with you, in my whole life.
That
Yeah.
like I said, like when I talked to H that first time, bro, it was like fucking 5 hours, and like with you, like I mean, we just did 2 hours right there, easy.
Mm.
We could have
Yeah,
kept
2 hours
going.
on the dot, yeah.
We didn't even talk about video games. We could have dove into video games.
Do you know what? I think there's some things I miss, but I tried. I wasn't looking at the board. I just thought, bring it natural, instead of looking at my bullet points. And But no, yeah, I like really enjoyed that.
I think we hit everything pretty much. I had them.
Yeah.
Justin was my mod over here. He was sharing your YouTube throughout too. So hopefully we got you a couple new subscribers.
Oh, thank you, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. Because one day I hope to move over to YouTube. Skazes, thank you for being here. I'm so sorry I didn't chat to you guys, but we were doing like a podcast and my friend he's putting out on Spotify. Are you putting it out on Spotify?
Yeah, it'll be out on Spotify, Apple.
Right,
I'm
so
working on a couple other places right now.
I'll put a link in the Discord. I mean, I don't know, Skazes, thanks for joining from a Polish stream, and you arrived after I told the whole story, so I will be posting it in my Discord if anyone wants to join. When as soon as Sugoi is like done, released it, I'll post it out on the Discord for you guys to listen.
Yeah,
Um,
it'll be out by the end of the night tonight. Should be.
yeah,
Depends
okay,
on
okay.
Spotify. Sometimes they fuck around with the proven stuff.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Wow. Oh my god. I can't wait to listen back to it, and see it from an outside perspective.
Yeah, dude, I listen to podcasts all day at work. That's originally why I started them. And
Yeah.
it's like fucking. I always listen back. Like I'll give it like a day or two just to see like what the numbers are like without my one listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I see that.
But yeah, I listen to it at work sometime, probably Friday.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Can't wait to do another one with you. So, right, I'm gonna take a quick 5 minute break, and Sugoi, let's watch some anime. Yeah, let's
I'm
watch some
down.
anime.
I'll
Okay,
go
okay.
100% down.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Skazy, thank you so much for being here. Cannabis, so sorry that I didn't speak to you. Like, we're trying to keep it, clean for the podcast. But thanks for everyone being here. You're all absolutely amazing, and I'm glad, Cannabis, that you got to see, hear a bit more of my story of who I am, because it has been a journey in my life. And and Milo, thank you for being here too as well. I hope. Oh, Milo, I forget your fella's name now. I've not seen him in that long. I've got a bad memory, so. Sorry about that. Laughing my ass off. I didn't realise what was going on for a bit, not gonna lie. Did you think it was like a rerun? Sorry, Cannabis. Lol. Summit in the house. Let's go, baby. Another one coming soon. We're gonna talk about aliens. I'd rather do that with you than do it on my own channel, and
Yeah, that's what my wife wants to come to that one too because she's been like interested in she's been like diving into conspiracy theory stuff recently. So when I told her
yeah,
about that one, she was like, "Oh, I want to try to do that one with you guys." So hopefully
yeah.
she'll be on with me.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. I've got a lot to say. I've got a lot to say in regards to that. My opinion of if there is life out there.
Yeah. And dude, and anytime we do these podcasts, I'm never worried about a time limit or anything. So I always make sure I'm well open to fucking just talk and fucking I'll release them in 2 parts or whatever if I have to. If it's 4 hours long.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we'll do it longer next time. I feel like it could have gone longer, but yeah, I think we covered everything that we needed to cover.
Yeah, well I know it's like kind of late for you too, so I didn't want to like fucking
Well,
push it with you.
yeah, no, so I'm gonna be up for another 4 hours, but like we're gonna watch an anime episode now with you, and then I'm gonna get back to but it's coming out on Spotify. I'll be putting it out on the Discord now, and then I'm gonna get back to the rank, chasing my rank because I want to
He
become
said, "Should
Predator
we
on
let
the
him know
island.
he's muted?"
Sorry,
He said, "Should we let him know he's muted?"
I'm not muted. Such a troll. Such a troll. This is one of my good friends. This one of my good friends, and
Yeah,
he
I've
always
seen
trolls
I've
me.
seen gnarly in here.
Yeah, yeah. AKA Leonine on his alt account. He's a good lad. It's just a troll. He likes trolling me. So yeah, I'm going to take that much needed break, guys. Milo, thanks for being here. Send my love to Ricky. I totally because I'm doing this 1 year and like just I'm so busy at the moment. It's just slipped out of my mind and I forgot him. And then when I seen you pop in, I'm like Ricky, but I just couldn't think of his name. Ricky Ticky Time. If you want to know who he is, can you put his name in the chat, Milo? I'm gonna have to come see him sometime. Podcast is finished. Our secrets don't stay safe here. Right, so I'm going to take that break, guys. Milo, you are a legend. That's why you have legend in your name, mate. And it's good to see you, and I'm over the moon you come to see me. We're on day 20 now of a 1 year stream. So stay tuned, guys. We've got more podcasts to come. I'm excited for this.
Many more.
Yes, sir.
And I try to drop every week, so
yeah,
check it out, even if Fungusai's not there.
Yeah, can we get a link to? Can you just send me a link to
I
your
got
podcast?
you.
I should have actually took the link beforehand and then posted it out on a timer, but I'll put it in my Discord, and if you just drop that to me, I'll put it out in the chat so everyone can come and say hello to you. I'll check back in next time.
I'm trying to find him on the zone right now. That would be an update.
Ricky Ticky time. What a dude. What a nice human being he is. I totally will, dude. No worries at all. Let's shout him out with a link.
Bam.
All right, sweet. Yeah, because you're modded, so you can do it. So go check out the podcast, guys. That's going to be released at some point tonight or tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. And yeah, let me give Ricky a proper shout out. I love him. I just forgot him. I forgot about him. Right, so it's break time, guys. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna watch some anime. So I'll be back in 30 minutes.
I'll watch some motherfucking Demon Slayer.
Yes, sir. So I'll be back in 30 minutes. I'm gonna watch this quick 20-minute episode.